Hello and welcome to my kitchen. My name is Cheri and today is Thirsty Thursday. So this is the day that I like to have a few drinks and a little bit of fun. But today, instead of having drinks, we're actually going to be having some snacks. We're going to be doing a Bloody Mary Jello shot. But before I get started, if this is your first time here, you love food, you love fun, and you love having a few drinks, go ahead, hit the subscribe button as well as the notification bell so you don't miss anything new. So if you missed it, a couple weeks ago, I did the Quarantini Jello shooter. We put a little vitamin C in it, put it in a syringe. It was a whole lot of fun. If you happen to miss it, I will put a link to the video in the description as well as at the end of this video. But anyway, in the course of researching that, I ran across what was called a Bloody Mary Jello shot. So I don't know if you can actually call it a shot because it's not in a shot glass. It's in celery sticks. So that's what we're making. And to do this, you need Jello. You need Jello, but you also need celery sticks and you need some Bloody Mary mix. I have Zing Zang here and a little bit of water. So I have a cup and a half of water that's already boiling. And then I've got 2 packets of Knox gelatin. So I bought these, they come in a box like this, and I can't remember if they come like in the Jello section or the baking, which usually the Jello's in the baking, so I'm gonna guess that they're in the baking aisle. So I've got a cup and a half of water that's already boiling, and I'm just adding my Jello to this. I'm gonna go ahead and turn the heat off and give this a stir. We're just gonna stir this until all of our Jello is dissolved. I'm gonna push this away and grab my pan, take it off the heat, and stir it just a little bit more. The thing that I've found in comparison to regular Jello is the regular Jello seems to dissolve a lot easier. This seems to want to gelatinous. What's the word for that? Gelatize. I don't know what the word is. It wants to set up before I'm ready for it to do so. It needs to dissolve. So we need to keep stirring just a little bit. And I'm wondering, well, I guess not. I was thinking maybe you could do like a cherry Jello because it's red colored. The reason I got this was obviously because it doesn't have any color at all. But I guess you wouldn't want to do cherry unless you like cherry and tomato flavor together. Like cherry flavored Bloody Marys. So I have the Zing Zang here, which I've always felt was pretty much like the best. But my daughter came over the other day and she had a different brand. I don't know what the brand was, but it had sriracha in it. And I'm going to have to ask her because she would probably know better than I as what is the best to put in here. This is just what we've always used. This is just about dissolved. I'll keep stirring a little bit, but I'm going to add in equal parts of Bloody Mary mix, which I should probably shake this first. There's quite a bit of pepper and seasonings in here. Is that good enough, you think? All right, so a cup and a half of Bloody Mary mix. I used to try to do Bloody Marys from scratch. And I mean, I've looked up so many recipes supposed to be best in the world, whatever. I have never in my life been able to make a Bloody Mary that was worth drinking. So these will be a little bit better, I suppose. If I make it with the Zing Zang, it's good, but to make it from scratch with tomato juice and then add all the stuff to it, I like to make it with this and then add a little bit of horseradish. I love horseradish. All right, so because this pan is really hard to stir from, I'm going to transfer this into my measuring cup. And hopefully I don't go spilling this everywhere. All right, well, let's set this aside. So I took some celery sticks, and what I did was, and again, I saw pictures where this was successful, but I really don't know how they did it. So to the best of my ability, I cut these celery sticks to where they were almost, flush up against the side of my Tupperware container here. And I'm hoping that'll hold it in. And I also used celery that I felt like had quite a bit of a well in it. So I've got those in there, and we are just going to pour this down. And my concern is it's going to run right out, which I can see it's doing. So in some of the Jello shots in the picture, it looked like there was quite a bit in there, and others, it looked like it had hardly any in there. So I think it's just going to depend. So I got a feeling that some of this is going to be on the bottom of the celery stick. I don't know. We'll see how this turns out. I just thought it was really interesting, and I thought, well, let's give it a shot. Let's give it a go and see what happens. I think one is totally submerged. I think that's good. I think we're going to have to put these in the fridge. See how this turns out. I don't know. Maybe I should go downstairs and get I've got a bunch of those little solo cups, you know, that you normally do Jello shots in. Maybe pour those in there. I don't know, because I don't know how it's going to taste. know. I've never had Bloody Mary Jello, so we'll see. Anyway, in the fridge until this is set up. So I'd say about 2 hours or so. All right, so it's been 3 or 4 hours or so, and the Jello set up nicely. But what I was afraid happens, or would happen, happened. Like all of the stuff ran right out. All the Jello ran into the bowl and didn't really want to stay inside of. This one did rather well. But I think this is the one that was totally submerged. So what I did was pulled them out, and as you can see, it sticks to it. So I just washed off the bottoms. I think that's something you'd have to do before you serve them. And I don't know, though. I'm kind of nervous to give them to take a bite. I don't know what to think of these. I'm going to taste one that doesn't have a lot in it, I think. I think I'll taste this one. It's not bad. It's not bad. But I think it's because it doesn't have a lot in it. Basically, I'm just eating Bloody Mary flavored celery, I think. I don't know. I think if I was to eat just like a piece of this. Yeah, that's just weird. I think you'd almost have to be like a hardcore Bloody Mary fan before you. I mean, that by itself just doesn't look too appetizing. But I think these do look fun. They look pretty cool, right? And again, I don't think they taste bad. They might be something fun to serve like on a breakfast buffet if you're going to do something like that. But I think they're fun to make. I don't know about eating them so much. I don't know. You guys have to give these a try and let me know what you think about them. Like, if they're worth the hassle, do you think they taste good? I don't know. To me, they're okay. I don't know that that's the only thing I can think that I would make them for is if we were having company and it would just be something fun to do. I definitely would not make these just to be eaten by myself on a Sunday morning. Anyway, give them a try, though. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I thank you so much for watching. I will see you next Thursday with another drink recipe. Bye.